The iPhone 6s was originally released in 2015 and was honestly a small update from the iPhone 6. However, the major difference being a huge spec bump allowed this phone to receive a multitude of software updates compared to the iPhone 6.
Hi, welcome to the TC. My name's David, and today I'll be explaining why having 6 years of support for the iPhone 6s is pretty amazing.
6 years of support for any mobile device is amazing, but having it for a phone is simply unheard of. The iPhone 6s was a modest update over the 6 and mainly brought improvements like the A9 processor as well as 2GB of RAM. As it would turn out though, the extra gigabyte of RAM plays a super important part in giving this phone software support over the years. The iPhone 6s isn't a particularly fast phone, especially compared to what we have today, but it represents the best of what could be achieved in 2015 when this phone was launched originally. The iPhone 6s was originally launched with iOS 9 and would see a multitude of software updates throughout the years, but it's still very impressive to see it getting supported in 2021. And although this isn't the weakest device being supported in iOS 15, that title belongs to the iPad Mini 4, it represented a shift in what we would normally see with software support for tech today, and it's a good shift. Although the iPhone 6s won't be receiving some of the biggest updates like the live text feature, it will be getting some notable improvements and honestly some of the most important, like security fixes and the updates associated with FaceTime and messages. And even if you decide that you don't want to update to iOS 15, that's okay. You still get an option to keep using iOS 14, and you'll continue to receive the security software updates along with keeping that older OS. That means that if iOS 15 ends up running terribly on the iPhone 6s, you're not stuck updating to it if you want to get the security updates, which is a huge bonus. I'll be downloading the public beta for iOS 15 once it becomes available, and I'll let you guys know how it runs on the 6s too. I think the main drawback to having the 6s run a newer software is honestly the impact on battery life. Even with a fresh battery, the iPhone 6s doesn't last very long, and the new software will push it even harder, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares to iOS 14.
Overall, the iPhone 6s getting supported for 6 years is honestly a really amazing thing and something I hope that more manufacturers begin to adopt, as our phones nowadays are getting a lot more powerful, but software updates aren't really happening, especially on the Android side. I know that Samsung and Google are actually doing a lot of support now for their phones, but it's still something I would like to see more manufacturers continue to do with their phones, because we know that they can support it. They have the performance to do it. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, and also I'm going to be posting another video when the iOS 15 public beta comes out, so I'm going to download that on my 6s Plus to show you guys how I think that the update fares on the older devices like the 6s. I'm also planning on doing a video on the iPad Air 2 as well as the iPad Mini 2. So keep an eye out for that if you're a fan of older iOS devices. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.